Okay, so for Isle of Vic, we are the cabin design group for Mark's Basement. I'm Gabriella.
I'm Serena.
I'm Jackie.
I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Kiah.
And for our project, we named it Matson Manor, and we just came up with that name based on alliteration. We liked the way it sounded, but our logo design here is based on a few elements. Firstly, you'll see it kind of has this wood look, and that's based on how we designed the cabin. It had a lot of rustic elements, so we wanted to include that in the logo. And secondly, the deer head represents Mark's love for hunting, so we wanted to make it personal to him.
So the process for our floor design, we kind of took all the ones that we started with, which was about 3 or 4, and then we narrowed it down to 2, and then we meshed them together. So the first one I think had the bedroom and the bathroom on that side, but then the other design had the closets and the bar underneath the staircase. So throughout the PowerPoint you will see how each area and how we decided to design it.
Alright, so on this first slide you can see we put a sliding door in to maximize the space of view of the lake, and then we can put in a screen because usually there are bugs and gnats around lakes. And then there will be 2 interior doors, one for the bathroom and one for the bedroom. We originally tried a way to put the bedroom or the bathroom in the bedroom, but we thought if there were guests that weren't staying the night, and then there were some that were, people might feel intrusive. And then we have 3 of these closet doors. One will be in the hallway closet. The closet is about 4 feet wide, but it will have a 2-foot door. And then the bedroom will have the same door, but 2 of them, so they open full for 4 feet.
And what we have here is for the living space. We have a fan that accents the cabin-y feel for the whole area, and then we decided on a gray paint. It kind of goes with the upstairs, but it's not the exact one. And then in addition, to put it all together, we have blinds.
So this is just a digital rendering of the mini bar area. So you will see we tucked it underneath the stairs just to maximize floor space, and also the stairs kind of gives it a cool architectural design element as well. You'll see we have the floating shelves above, and then there's about 10 feet of lower cabinets that run in that area. And there's recessed lighting throughout because it is tucked under the stairs, but we still wanted it to be bright.
So for designing like the cabinets, countertops, and flooring that went all the way throughout the basement, one of the main things that we decided for the flooring was, so LVT floors, it stands for luxury vinyl tile. So it looks like hardwood, but it acts like a tile, so it can easily be cleaned up if it gets wet, which happens a lot with people coming in to go to the bathroom or grab a drink from the lake. And then the HD laminate is high definition. If we decided to do granite, it would have cost about 10 times as much as HD laminate would have. So as you can see, the laminate has some good grays and browns, so it doesn't look too modern, but it doesn't have too much of a cabin-y feel. And then, like Jackie mentioned earlier, there's the wood floating shelves, which just is kind of eye-appealing and not something that you see every day.
For appliances, we went with a more modern feel, and we used a lot of stainless steel to kind of give it a sleek look, so all across the board. And this is an apron sink, and you can see it when you're standing in the kitchen, but it's flush with all of your countertops, so it doesn't stick out and get in the way.
And for basic hardware on the cabinets, we decided to go with a not too modern look, but not too old and rustic. This same design comes in gold and silver if you wanted something that popped more on the brown, but we figured this was a good subtle look that was still kind of a cabin feel.
So then this is a photo of how the dining area is. It's just this table over here, and we chose such a big table because we thought it would be great as extra counter space for prepping food or to lay out food, and then also it's just great for playing games around it, and it's a great gathering area.
For our dining area, we went with kind of a wood table, and to give it kind of more of a cabin feel. And we also did a rustic kind of light fixture that goes above your dining table. And for seating, we did black metal chairs, and they're really lightweight, so you can carry them around and rearrange them how you want. And for the other side of our table, we have a bench, and you can fit a lot of kids on it, and it just kind of gives it a different option than just your traditional chair.
So this is the living area. It's tucked into the back of this open space. And what was really important to us when we were designing was finding a big couch that everybody could sit on and fit lots of people. So this one is huge, and then we also have this fireplace area with built-ins on the sides to give us more space and storage.
For our mud area, we wanted somewhere so when you walk in the front door, but from the lake, where you have somewhere to put your things. And one was too small, so we went with 3 to kind of take up the wall space. So you have multiple places to put your things and for just extra storage.
So like she mentioned earlier, we really wanted a big couch just in case you had multiple guests and there wasn't enough room in the bedroom. So as you can see, the sectional pulls out into a queen size bed, so it can easily fit 2 adults, maybe even multiple kids, depending on how big they are. And then that 3-layered console will go behind the couch just for more storage. Whatever personalized picture frames, whatever you feel is necessary. The coffee table and the console are from the same collection, so there's no clashing there. And then the rug is a good accent, just kind of pull everything together, and it's also very durable, so if it gets wet, again, it's not the end of the world.
And for the living space, to go with our gray brownish couch, we have gray pillows, one for each side to match with it, and a gray throw pillow as well. And for the yellow, we have it so it accents the couch a little bit, so not everything goes together, and a nice big clock for the back wall behind the couch.
So these are the built-ins I was talking about. You have the built-in shelves, and there's the closed doors on the bottom. We felt that that would be great to hide cables and anything else that isn't super appealing, but then you also have the open shelving for displaying photos and anything else. And then we have the stone veneer on the fireplace, and then also a rustic wood beam across for the mantle. And the fireplace insert is electric. So this is the bathroom. Serena mentioned earlier the mud room. This is just kind of how the layout is. The mud area is over here with all that shelving, and then when you walk into this little mini hall, it's the closet that Carolyn was talking about. That's about 4 or 5 feet wide. On the right's the bedroom, and then to the left is the bathroom, and this is how the bathroom is laid out. We have 2 huge windows on either side, and that gives you a view to the lake. And it's also great lights as you're getting ready in the morning. And we made sure that we got thick blinds that would give you privacy while you're in the bathroom as well.
So, as Jackie mentioned, we have a double vanity, and that just gives more space to get ready in the morning. And we have a mirror that kind of matches the woodwork on the cabinet, and then we went with a shower tub combo so that way you could do both. You can shower and use it as a tub. And for the tile, we went with a kind of a white wood tile for the backsplash, kind of, so that it was more or less it was it was inexpensive compared to the full built-in wall. And then we just went with a plain white porcelain toilet.
So then this is the bedroom layout. We went with 2 beds, and then of course the windows, which are required by law, and then a spacious closet for guests to have extra storage.
Alright, so for the actual bed itself, it is a trundle bed, and we decided to go with that because it gives it a cabin feel, but it also maximizes space if you have multiple families or a family with many kids. You can have 2 parents in the queen and then pull out the twin for the children. And so there'll be 2 in that full room, 2 beds with each trundle. And then we will have a nightstand in between them, so if they want a glass of water at night. And then we went with just basic white linens, but I factored in, if you can look on your sheet, I factored in about $500 for throw pillows, or if you wanted a different colored comforter to add your own personal taste to it. And then again, it's a rug that matches the one in the living room, and it's very durable. And so for the landscaping, we decided to go with about 16 hostas, which are fairly inexpensive, 4 for each of the 4 little flower beds on the retaining wall, thank you. And then because I felt like this was a good hunter's orange for Mark, we felt like this would be a good mix in with the hostas, and you can spread them out or put them in a line, also getting 16, 4 for each.
So then for the outdoor area, I know you said that you use it year-round, so you can use this basically 3 seasons. There's a nice outdoor seating with a bonfire, which is a propane tank, so you just flip a switch. It doesn't require any like fire starting or anything. And then in the bottom right corner, there's a wooden swing, which just adds some lake appeal if you're looking at it from down by the lake. And then I noticed that in between the two retaining walls, there's just some kind of outdated tile in between. So the picture on the left is a good option you could do for some updated stairs. And then top right, there's a little pathway from the retaining wall to the lake. Right now it's just all grass, so you could do a little pathway with pebbles and then stepping stones, wood planks, whatever you feel is necessary.
Okay, so we created a spreadsheet and we have given it to you, and you can see that it shows you what item is included, and depending on if we have multiples of the item, it shows your unit cost and how much it costs total for everything and where it comes from. And so for everything included, including our extras for personalization, the total is $28,150.77.
So still room for, like she said, even more personalization if you feel necessary. So some of the standards that we met while doing this project is obviously interior design. We had to design the space, choose what looks best, choose what does not look best, and make some decisions depending on what we thought as a group.
And we also use math and economics depending on what item we liked. If it was too expensive, we would take it out of the budget or find a cheaper option, and it really just helped kind of make the decision process go a little smoother.
And then another branch of math that we used was geometry, obviously, when we were looking at the layout and deciding how to position everything to maximize the space. We used geometry for that.
And then for the research, we obviously had to do research on where to get the certain materials from, where the bed comes from online. And then we also went into Home Depot and picked up samples of flooring to compare it to cupboards and how it would actually look together and if it would flow nicely or not. And we talked to a worker there who gave us a pricing on the built-in shelves for labor and the actual cost of making the 2x3x8 or whatever. And then the biology is that obviously we had to search what flowers would be best in the shaded area that comes underneath the little porch on the upstairs and what is returning annually, the perennials.
And then another element that we had to use was speech and communication. We all have different different styles, and we all had to mesh together and work together to find a common one that would work for this. And then just communication as well.
And then lastly, for our last point, is loan constitution. There are some loans that you need in like a living space for like what you need, requirements you have to go by. And one of them that we faced was in the bedroom. You have to have a window for it to actually be a bedroom, and we had to look that up and figure out all that had to go with it. And that's the end. Thank you.